the announcement is this. I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout next Friday, not today, but next Friday. And that particular Google Hangout will be focused on primarily one thing. I'm asking everyone to bring their own personal rap to this particular Google Hangout.
I'm going to expose myself on YouTube. I'm going to make a YouTube video embarrassing myself.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I got to tell you about the fabulous, most groovy
G-Man. G-Man. You know you're breaking the law right now. I will stomp a mud hole in you, sir. I am not playing, Dragnauct.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
So big can this guy be?
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
So big can this guy be?
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministries.
No, I'm not frozen. This is a recording of me from this weekend. You're not going to be able to hear what I'm saying, but you'll be able to hear what someone else was saying, because I didn't have everything set up. I'm not going to play this whole thing, just a taste, and the rest of this will be put on Patreon for you special people. And I actually, I think, channel members. Jesus, oh God, okay. Channel members and patrons will have like this video. Might actually cut it up and release in chunks, because about half of it you can't actually hear what I'm saying. I'm not really saying much, but that's not why you're listening anyway. But anyway, I'll give you a taste.
Can you hear me? Can you see me? All right. Yeah, so what's up with your low self-esteem, man? Yeah, what's up with your low self-esteem? I don't know, because usually when a person puts somebody down, every time they open up their mouth, they usually suffer from low self-esteem. Why are you suffering from low self-esteem? Yeah. I gotta wait another hour. I gotta wait another hour before my meeting starts. They just called me, so I gotta wait another hour. Nope, I'm gonna be talking to some evolutionists. I told you at the college over there. I can't record it in the beginning, but I can record it after we do a few sessions. They want to know where I'm at first. They don't know nothing about a YouTube yet. All we're gonna do is talk about evolution. That's all I care about right now. I just want to talk about that and see if everybody's like you guys on the internet, which I doubt it, because these people seem to be a heck of a lot more polite. There's one older guy.
You're not going to hear my
very
audio.
Nice, respects the fact that I don't believe in it, you know, and feels like you can have a cordial conversation with me about it. Yeah, sure, you're right, Drag. So anyway, let's get back to your low self-esteem. How come you can't seem to kick that, man? Do you need more positive, reinforcement? I'm talking about, like, do you need to hear somebody say, Drag, your glasses look clear today? Do you need somebody to sit there and say, your science video was decent? Like, is that what you're looking for? Or yeah, I think that is the case because you and other people in your community, I don't know, you guys seem to be addicted to just put other people down. I don't know why you felt you do it. Because me, I ignore it. I don't pay it no mind. That's why it never works on me. Do you know what a complaint is? What's a complaint, Drag? That's not what I'm doing, though. I'm asking you a question. I'm trying to gain information. Drag, listen to me, Drag. I'm trying to acquire information from you. I don't think you know what a complaint is. If you would like for me to tell you what a complaint is, I will.
I'm going to fast forward this to where you can't hear me.
Okay. It's Kyle wasn't telling me this, but Steve was telling me this a lot. I forget the other people. I gotta look on my Skype. Maybe I'll screenshot
That's
some
fine.
of them to you.
But did I not warn you, right? Because I have offered you money before, not $50.
No, you were right on two separate occasions. You was right about not trusting Shanny regarding the house. You was right about that. And then you was right about I think you're right about the Steve McRae thing. I gotta go read those little messages again and compare what you just said with that.
That's fine.
Because you never saw the messages, so you don't know what they said to me. I gotta go look.
I have no idea, but I do know that they were paying people and that they were not going to pay you because at the time Hannah was still friendly with Redline, and Redline would tell her all the back information. So that's how I knew about that. And so while they were,
wait, what Redline?
All right, how y'all doing? Now, wondering, well, Dragnauct, where all this, where did all that come from? Yeah, so he decided to message me on Skype, and then he decided to call. And so I said, okay, well, he knows that I record stuff, and we actually talk about that. My policy with him is every discourse is recorded, every communication, because he likes to lie. Other people's confidential. For him, no. I will not release that publicly, though. That will be privated. But yeah, so the reason why I'm actually showing a part of that publicly is because it should be very apparent the difference in the, I hate to use this word, relationship between G-Man and I, and let's say Steve McRae and Katie Joy. Because I've been informed that on several occasions, people, for some weird reason, think that because this idiot threatens me with a lawsuit, that he's somehow serious. He has threatened me with lawsuits and everyone else he's engaged with that he doesn't like with lawsuits for about 5 or 6 years now. This is nothing new. He says that when he has nothing else. There is no actual real animus between us. He actually admits it in that video that I just played. But that should be apparent to most people. If you truly hate someone, if you can't stand them and you really think that they're a threat to your life and your well-being, why would you stay in communication with them? Why would you continue to make videos about them? It should be apparent. It should be. I presume that most people would have picked up on that. But evidently, many people from whatever side of whatever who believes what and up whose ass somehow are still really not that bright. And I've said it before and I've said it again, people who defend Steve never come across to me as very bright. Not because they defend Steve, but because they literally don't come across as very bright. I can give you a few names, Dave McGinnis. But it's really obvious that there are clear lines in the sand that I have with G-Man, and I've overtly stated those lines in the sand. I've even made videos about if people are going over the line, even with the whole house thing. The calling G-Man's job and harassing him at his job, that was a no-go for me. Again, there's a whole video where I explicitly state that I don't condone that. Now, it's interesting that people try to make that comparison, that me and G-Man's long and protracted and odd relationship is somehow even remotely close to the actual harassment that has ensued between Katie Joy and Steve McRae and his supplicants. But it's reached a fevered pitch, and I found out last night that not only did Steve have people taking pictures of the Katie's neighbors, kids and shit like that, but evidently now that he has trolls going and calling Katie's husband's job to make sure that he doesn't get his job back after the pandemic. Now, you know what? Y'all know I don't typically care for Uni. I don't really care for Katie, but that doesn't mean that I can't acknowledge when shit's gone too far and when shit's fucked up. And I think that because there aren't people within people's left and right to kind of say, you know what, that's going too far. This is the kind of thing that happens. And when you don't have people who will rein you in. Now, because I've heard the argument that, oh, no, I don't agree with everything that Steve says. Well, not agreeing with what somebody says is not the same thing as stopping them and removing yourself completely from them when they're crossing clear lines in the sand. Kind of staying on the periphery of them when they do really, really bad things still makes you fucking complicit. It's akin to, you know, someone's abusing kids down the street, but you stop going over to their house for barbecues because you find out that they're actually abusing kids. That doesn't make you any better. But that's the mentality of some of the people that I happen to know about behind the scenes. And yes, I do know about what's actually happening and some of the stuff that Unirock was alluding to last night. I find out about it every other morning as it transpires. But it's sad that things have to get to this point. But this is what happens when you have people who are ill-equipped to really do anything in real life. And I know folks are going to be mad and be making all type of comments later, but this is the truth. Most of the people that Steve surrounds himself with are losers in real life. If you know anything about them, they are failures by most accounts. And the only way that they can really get anywhere in life is by shitting on other people. And maybe it's because they have low self-esteem. Maybe. But a lot of them are really fucked up in the head. Really fucked up. And the fact that you don't see people publicly saying, you know what, I'm done. This is it. Hell, even Silverman, David Silverman of all people, has had to step away from Steve. And he's one of the biggest pieces of shit out there. So that should tell you something. But, you know, it's easier to be a shill and to pretend like you're wiser than, I don't know, a flat earther. Because that's a standard. What are your super chats? Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. Yes, that's actually, I think he made that mask actually, or he had someone make that mask for him. That's not a bad mask. I remember having jeans like that back when I was in high school. Yeah, I remember the weird kind of camo jeans that used to be back in the early 2000s. No? Oh, yeah. So, I'm sorry, Wilson. You merely adopted the attic. I was born into it. I like where this is going. So, this video here, I think, Geek Room reviewed this. So, if you've not watched this, there's a few references that G-Man will make, and they're direct references to things that I've stated in our Skype exchange. Do I antagonize him in Skype? Absolutely. I fuck with him when I talk to him. There are some things that I say to him just to fuck with him, just like he says things to me. The whole, why you have low self-esteem, Jack? That's a dig at me. It doesn't really do anything. I think it's funny, but it's his way of poking fun. And again, it's not malicious. So the fact that I have to make that distinction should tell you that. Anyway. So this is he changed the title to this. Actually, well, he didn't change. That's not accurate. He altered the title. Someone said Jinko Jeans. Oh Jesus, no. It wasn't part 1 originally. It was not part 1. So he's going to make a series of this, which I'm actually looking forward to, because G-Man is known for trying to concoct the best strawmen, the most elaborate strawmen you've ever seen, and then lighting them on fire the second he's done. So I can't wait. Dragnauct, hold on, I'm a failure, and I'm part of Steve's elk. Well, stop being a failure. Stop it. Be better. Stagnating in life is not being a failure. It's stagnation. Stay curious.
Hello everyone, welcome to GTV. I am G-Man, your host. And today, I'm going to go over here to Seton Hall University. I'm going to be having some conversations with some evolutionists, that I met over there. They're a little camera shy, so they don't want me recording them. And because of my long-term plans, I don't want to make a habit of recording people without their permission at these universities. Because I'm about to make these YouTubers on here obsolete in terms of debating them.
So this is his new plan. He is going to find people in the real life, in the real world, and compare them to all these fake internet people. I will agree that we are an odd bunch. I don't care how you cut it. There's an oddity to people who are online doing all this sort of thing. And it's just look at Unirock. He's a weirdo. And it's just, I agree. If you're not really familiar with these types of platforms or venues or discussions, then there's going to be a different way that you have the conversation. Now, I personally think that G-Man is trying to find people who don't understand the topic as well as him, and I know how that sounds. That this will drag. Does G-Man have a stronger understanding on the topic than people actually going to school? You'd be surprised. You'd be really surprised. There are people who are in college who probably know less than G-Man on topic. Yes, I know that he says weird shit like at or above the allele frequency level when he's talking about evolution. He says weird shit like that. Yes, he knows that's his weird definition for what or depiction of atheism, or jackdamn evolution. He knows that's his weird. He actually understands the definition, right? Don't make no mistake. He has been told for years, and I've heard him on multiple occasions say that evolution is the change in allele frequency over time in a given population. He may not phrase it exactly like that, but that's in essence what he's saying, right? So he knows. So when he's talking to first or second year student, they may not have even had biology. It may not even be their fucking major. He might have an upper hand on them, because believe it or not, he does know enough just to be dangerous. And so I think that he's going to regale them with his knowledge of these internet discussions, and where he thinks he can, I guess, impress them with his knowledge and get them to come on his show, maybe eventually, who knows, and compare and contrast. Here's the Dragnauts. Here's a sock account. What's the chick's name? Erica. Here's what they say. But who knows? It could be fun. Yeah, it looks like Shanny caught a Twitter ban last week, and Rev, I think this weekend, can't stream on his channel until 9/11. So, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
I am tired of dealing with what we're going to be talking about today, momentarily. And I'm going to start seeking people outside of YouTube. And then when things change, they're going to see, they're going to start noticing that I'm just not interested in talking to them no more. I got that with several people in the past. I'm about to do that with some new people today. But anyway, how are the saints doing? How are you Christians doing out there? Those of you who are born again in Christ, those of you out there who are waiting for the return of our Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ, come to them clouds up there. Well, not clouds, but the sky. The Bible says it's going to open up like a scroll. And then we're going to see him riding on a horse with thousands of his saints. And you know, he's here, you know, a little bit too little. It's going to be too late for these godless morons on the internet. You know what I mean? Who keep insisting that God isn't real, even though they can't prove it. You know? And I'd like to say hello to all of you out there that believe that you share a common ancestor with a rat, who believes that when you die, you will be fertilizer. You would join the rest of the relatives being fertilizer, and you have no hope, no purpose for living. I'd like to say hello to every last one of you out there.
Yeah, because me dying and eventually returning to the earth is the same thing as me not having a purpose in life. Exact same thing, G-Man. You got it right. Bingo.
Out there, it's a miserable existence you have, but what are you guys doing? Don't get mad at me, because that's what you guys say, and that's what you guys preach, all right? Ain't nobody over here. I don't think I need this mask, you know? Nobody's within 6 feet of me, so I can't have this one. But anyway, guys, welcome to
very observant
GTV.
of the rules.
And again, today I want to talk about the psychology of atheists, and I'm going to be using individuals in this particular little series I'm going to do
Man
on
doesn't
top
want to
of
catch
my
COVID.
racism series. I think this is necessary because the atheists need to know some things, and I think that their brains are so fixated on the sky being green that no matter how many times you tell these people that it's blue, they're going to continue to believe it's green.
Projection.
Can't help you. I can't do nothing for you. If you want to believe a lie, more power to you. But anyway, you know, if things ever get legal and you look stupid in court, then that's your fault, not mine. But anyway, what is the psychology of atheism?
Yes, there we
Or
go.
atheists?
Let's get to it.
Well, I'm going to be using Mr. Dragnauct Silvas as an example here today.
Oh.
I told him this on Skype. Me and him had a bit of a back and forth today on Skype today. And I told him that, first I told him he wasn't worth my time and I wasn't going to waste my time even doing this, but
First, I told him you weren't worth my time, then proceeded to have an hour-long discussion with him, and then made a fucking video about him live. But he isn't worth my time. Yes.
there's a message in this, and I believe that there are some things that needs to be said. Because even his cocky, conceited, arrogant behind will be able to understand some of the things that I talk about in this particular video today. And hopefully some of you who are atheists after this will consider your life and will consider Jesus Christ as being your Lord and Savior. I already know that there's some of you on the fence, and some of you are sick of this, very sick of this guy. But I think after today, you're going to understand why you're getting more and more turned off by YouTube atheism. All right? They can say I'm delusional all they want. I know what people are telling me behind the scenes. All right? So,
There's some of you on the fence who are tired of this guy. This guy here, you're just tired of him. He's reaching out to you. You can be like G-Man. You can live in an attic. You can barely make ends meet. You can barely sound like you're, I don't know, a conscious fucking living being. I don't know. I run out of insults. It's still early. It's still early. I haven't had coffee.
let's get into this. There's a reason. Well, first of all, we all know the atheist battle cry. The number one battle cry, ladies and gents, is
Dawkins. No, is that it? Evolution go. I don't. What is it? What is an atheist battle cry? I don't know what that means. What is that? Do we have a mantra too?
there is no evidence for the existence of God. They do not believe that God exists.
Okay, that sounds more like a mantra. Then okay. That might make me an ethos. No, that'd be mantra. No, I think mantra is a better word.
Exists. That is the one thing that all of them have in common. Now, they might use different word salad. Some of them might say, well, I lack belief. Some of them might say, I don't have belief.
Some of them may use Caesar. Some of them may use chef, you know.
Some of them will say that I lack of blah, 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 belief or whatever. But the point of the matter is they have their particular slice on what it is that they're saying. But they will constantly tell everybody that they don't believe that God exists.
That's kind of the definition of the word. Like, I don't these people who are Patriots fans, they keep telling everyone that they like watching and supporting the Patriots. I don't know why they keep saying that shit. I like why would Patriots fans say it? Like, come on, that's what the label entails. Like, I don't know. So what's the distinction here that I don't get what I'm supposed to learn from this? You're telling me that there are people who have a label, and then the label is defined as such. Okay, what about it?
It's all fine and well. People are entitled to their opinions.
It's all fine and well. Find it and make it well.
Problem is that they're trying to force those opinions down other people's throats, like myself and other Christians out there.
No, I've actually said this quite a few times. I don't think you should deconvert. I think you need religion. You are a crazy person, and if religion is the thing that keeps you in line and stops you from, I don't know, swallowing your own tongue or trying to breathe with your own sister, whatever weird shit that you do in your free time that religion stops you from, you need that shit. Obviously, I don't want if that keeps you from being on the 10 o'clock news. So, no, I think you should maintain. I think Veckel, too. I don't think Veckel can really think without having a religion. He's not that bright of damn self. So, I think that for the vast majority of Christians out there, they just have an inclination towards something out there, something more. And this theology really resonates with them, and they incorporate it into their life, and that's that. I think that's the vast majority of Christians. But some of you weirdos out there, you guys need it because you're gonna do something crazy if you don't have it. So you really fucking need it. So that's how I feel. So I don't know who you're talking about, G. I'm pretty sure there are some anti-theists out there who disagree. Feel free, but whatever keeps crazy people from not being too crazy, I like it.
How you doing, K the Realist One? I think you're gonna enjoy this show today, man. Because I'm about to become a therapist for some of these godless heathens on here.
He's gonna be our therapist.
So, have you guys ever considered why the atheists feel this way? Or why they feel the need to force this on other people? It's one thing for them to have their own personal opinion that God doesn't exist. But they get...
That's weird. When I met up with him, because he hates me mentioning the New York trip, when we met up with him in New York, that was never a conversation. So I'm curious, why didn't anyone try to force him to deconvert when we met him in real life? Huh? I'm genuinely curious. If that's a goal or some ulterior motive, why was there were no attempts at any point in time, even mention of it? So I don't know about that, G-Man. I think you're lying again, man.
Very evangelical, and they try to push this on other people. So have you ever asked yourself the real question of why they do this? Why do atheists insist on other people believing like they do that there is no God? It has nothing to do with politics necessarily. See, I stopped believing that a long time ago.
Freedom. Stop labeling tankers as dumb dragnauts.
That's a part of the job description, man. I'm just calling it like it is.
Claim that they want that they want more political power, and they want to be able to, change the world and get people to believe in rationality and logic, because they're the only people that use it. And I think through the years they've proven that that's just stupid.
I agree that.
William Lane Craig is laughing at them. William Lane Craig's PhD is laughing at every last one of them when it comes to this side 10 Brody case.
Is he laughing at Alex Malpass PhD? Like, who is he laughing at? I think he's laughing at you.
Laughing at them. I'm laughing at them. A lot of people are laughing at them. We use logic every day. We use reason every day. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna dedicate a specific video on this to prove just how much these people.
Yeah. So let me try to somewhat agree with G-Man. I definitely see this notion amongst many non-believers as if we're the only ones that use You know, are we are the ones that maximally, let me say that, we maximally use logic and reasoning, and we're the real critical thinkers out there because we ask the hard question. That's not fucking true at all. Because some of us are more critical on religion than our religious counterparts doesn't necessarily make us any more or less rational than them. That's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. I've seen it when it comes to social issues. When it comes to politics, they become like their religious counterparts, just as ingrained, just as obstinate and myopic, narrow-minded thinking as anybody else. It's bullshit. And I have seen this notion out there for many years. So I will agree with G-Man on that I think that is actual bullshit. Now, when it comes to G-Man, I think most people use a bit more critical thinking than G-Man. I mean, it is G-Man.
Who lie on a regular basis on this topic of logic and reason. All right? Because some of these knuckleheads, like the person we're going to be talking about today, will tell you, I don't know what logic is and I don't know what reason is.
Okay, you have a basic understanding of what people mean when they say logic. If we were to sit down and talk about analytical logic, propositional logic, you would have no idea what we're talking about. If we sit down and talk about forming syllogisms, having sound and valid, argument through a syllogism, stuff like that. That's typically what is discussed within our realm, G-Man, and you have no idea what those are at all, because people have tried, and I've seen them try and fail with you to get you to understand what people are referring to. But there's a whole class of arguments that you are precluded from because you don't understand that. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I've somehow stockpiled all this fucking knowledge my damn self. I barely understand propositional logic, right? It's not propositional logic. No, I do understand it's goddamn, it's all the fucking symbols. Predicate logic. That's what I'm thinking of. Predicate logic. I don't really understand predicate logic. That shit's hard. So it is interesting for G-Man to talk about this and not really qualify what he's saying, because there are different schools of logic, right? It's not just logic TM. This is the Cult of Dusty version of logic. This is the cool guy bumper sticker, it's just logic. What they're really talking about, well, it's intuitive, because people use those terms interchangeably. And they're not. So let's be very specific with what we're talking about here, G-Man, if we're going to talk about someone's knowledge.
And again, we'll talk about that in some other video. But I'm going to tell you the reason, guys, why atheists need to push this on other people. These people are scared. Like, in their spirit,
Frightened.
they're very insecure in their spirit about whether or not God exists.
What's going on?
And every time they
show?
win somebody to their cause, they get a confidence boost. When they don't win somebody to their cause, their confidence goes down.
So I want to know who...
Freedom!
We're all super skeptical. Just ask Dapper Dino, Warhammer, we sure secondhand. Smoke is real. #Merc 3-year-olds number 62 IQ simp.
Oh, that was a good fail. Maybe forget what I was talking about. Shit. Goddamn, I did forget what I was talking about. I actually forgot, because I was gonna go somewhere. But I'm just gonna let him talk. God damn it.
You'll notice that they'll go into a room and they don't want to identify as being an atheist. They don't want a label put on them. They just want to be considered John Doe. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. So this is something that I know a few people like doing, because it sullies the conversation. I'll give you a good example. If you're talking to Matt Slick, he will start to bootstrap a whole bunch of things to you the second you tell him that you're an atheist. And if you claim to be a Christian, God damn it, that scares me every time.
What the hell is going on?
Dr. Saigarda's PhD is laughing at Gary's dumbass denial of evolution.
I should have a PhD in that by now. I'm pretty good at it. Forgot what I was gonna say again. Fuck it.
When they're winning people Oh, I'm an atheist.
Oh, that bullshit. Okay, yeah. So who is he talking about here that gets a confidence boost? I don't know. Who have I won over to Team Atheism? Who have I ever won over? I don't think that I didn't know it was a competition. Do I get a toaster? Do I get a blowjob? What happens when I win someone to Team Atheism? Like, I don't get that shit. But like, he claims that this is a thing. I get a confidence boost. Where? Who's doing this stuff? I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Atheist, and I'm proud. You know what I mean? So one of the reasons why they're constantly trying to push this on everybody is because they need to affirm to themselves that they're right. You know what I mean? They have to push this on you so that they can show that they're right. Now, there's some really good books that's been written on this topic. That's why this is going to be a series. When I get in front of my computer and I can really talk about this, you're going to see what I'm talking about.
Just got a nice message. Thank you who sent me that.
I stole $3,000.
And I've been sitting here fucking talking this entire time, and I muted myself, and I feel fucking smart. Can y'all tell I've not had any coffee this morning? And I just, yeah. Now I gotta watch like 18 messages. Drag, you've been talking, and you're muted. I had to mute because I got a message, and I saw the content of it, and it had to, yeah. Anyway. I want a fully fleshed out, I remember what I said. I want a fully fleshed out version of what G-Man's talking about here. I want him to sit down and give me specific examples of the people that he's talking about who get this confidence boost, because there is a notion, and I get where G-Man's coming from. I actually do understand this. This was something that was actively promoted at the end of the day 6 years ago, that once you become an atheist, you become smarter. That wasn't like I don't want to say it was a mantra, but it was a very common, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I wasn't one of those fucking people. Yeah, absolutely. I thought, oh, God, I don't believe in God. Hell yeah. Logic. Like fucking, I mess with Dusty today. Dusty would do shit like that. That's his era, like his heyday. He would say stupid shit like that and put logic on t-shirts and shit like that. You wear the logic shirt, that means you were logical. No, dumbass. You are still fucking stupid. That doesn't, you not believing in a God does not make you any more or less smarter than your religious counterpart. And that was something that people still to this day believe, and that's not fucking true. It's not true. It is not true. It's not true. So, unfortunately, that's the time period in which G-Man was really making strides in this YouTube game. And so that stuck with him. And so I don't necessarily blame him because there's not a lot of people saying otherwise. So, you know what? That's forgivable. That is a misconception. That where I was in the desert 6 years. Yes, I was in the desert 6 years ago. Exactly. You know where I was. Geek Room says, you got a gummer from Vaughn. No, thank you. No, thank you. Is he still wearing diapers and shitting on himself? Nasty. I talked to Vaughn the other day, or yesterday. Nasty motherfucker.
There's one book, I forget who writes it. We'll get into that in the future. Where, as a matter of fact, I'll save that for my next video. Because if I talk about it now, I'm going to butcher it, and I want to wait.
There we go.
These people are sick
Smart.
in the head. All right, one more thing I want to warn people about this particular video. My phone tends to go in and out. So if my phone
Got that T-Mobile
stops
potato.
live streaming, just give me an opportunity to reset it so that all of you can know, can hear the rest of what I got to say here. So that's one reason. One of the reasons why these atheists are constantly pushing their atheism on people is because they need that, they I don't know, they just feel insecure about their life. If they don't win other people to their cause, then they can't have a strong stance in their atheism.
What cause? What cause am I so other than getting titty pictures and eating lobster bisque, what cause do you see me representing exactly? There aren't too many things I can think of. So I'm not muted. I can clearly see, motherfucker, nice try. But I don't know what, so I know that there are people who are out there. They are activists like Mandisa Thomas from Black Non-Believers. She's out there doing stuff. She's out there providing a network for black people who come out of religion and they lose all of their fucking connections. You know, family disowns them, shit like that. And there are resources there that you can kind of let your hair down and not have to code switch. But I get that aspect. But for the people that G-Man deals with, there aren't too many atheist actual activists that he even talks to. I can't even think of anyone that he actively communicates with that would be in that realm. So he's very, very ambiguous with like who he's referring to here, because there is a bit of a separation between people who are online and they're just having conversations like this. I'm having conversations with you all, not with him, and people who are out in the world doing things. Sometimes they intersect, but not very often. Not often enough, I should say. Not often enough.
Especially if they see people leaving atheism. All right? The second thing that I want to talk about, and this is going to be dealing more with drag. If you guys ever notice that atheists love to put people down all the time, there is a pattern that I've been noticing.
Oh well, yeah, that's because of, here's a secret, G-Man. I'm an asshole. That's why I like putting people down, because I'm an asshole. It has literally nothing to do with me being an atheist. My nose is itching something fucking fierce. God damn it. So when you talk to Matt Slick, and Matt Slick denigrates people, what is that?
If I remember correctly, you made the Cowardness of G-Man video 6 years ago. That is the first video of yours I watched.
Yeah, I don't know why that video keeps coming up. People keep telling me that once they watch one of my videos, or they'll watch a video that I was in on like maybe G-Man's channel, that video pops up instantly. I can't tell you why. I have no idea why that video keeps coming up. That video has like 20,000 views or some shit like that. No reason. I have no understanding why. It's some weird YouTube shit. But yeah, he and I got into it, I think on his channel, and then he had booted me, and I was like, fuck this dude. So I went out in the desert, which was my backyard, and I just filmed the fucking video, just started talking. But man, yeah, that was like 6 years ago. Jesus. Remind me, need to take your Claritin. Oh, okay, yeah, it's allergies. No, I don't know why my nose is itching. I have no idea. I don't really have allergies. But I don't know, maybe too much crack.
Listening through my 8 years here being on YouTube with dealing with atheists, some of you go to school with them, some of you work with them, and you'll notice this about
Some of you
them.
have sex with them.
They have a habit of trying to put everybody down. No compliments. They're constantly trying to put people down all the time.
Like, I can't understand why he thinks people should compliment him. I don't get that. He in the conversation that he and I had, the one that I played earlier, that some of you may have missed, he was alluding to the fact that I have this desire to put him down because I get something out of it. I get nothing out of putting him down. Now, is there a bit of Schadenfreude from me fucking with other people? Absolutely. So I actually do get a bit of a stiffy from finding atheists who are way too full of themselves, who think that they're more clever than everyone else, and shitting on them. That gives me a big stiffy. So if anything, shitting on theists, that does nothing for me. But shitting on atheists, that one's good. That one's good. I love because people for some weird reason forget that that I can do some like of the biochemistry stuff, and I'm actually quite more intelligent than people think. And you will very rarely hear me mention my own intelligence because of that reason, because I enjoy being able to fly underneath the radar, because people will forget that, yes, I can do shit like that. Yes, I am still learning immunology and difficult topics like that, just to fill a need in the world, because the world does need more people researching immunology, cancer biology, biochemistry, that sort of thing. So I am quite up there.
That video shows up to remind you that you were once fit with a full set of hair.
Yeah, fuck you. But it's always fun to find atheists who are up their own ass. I make jokes that I'm up my own ass, and sometimes I am. But it's when you get to knock somebody else down off that pedestal when they think that, you know, they just look down their nose to everyone. It's especially fun. It's especially fun. That's just me. But again, I'm an asshole. I am an asshole, and sometimes I'm out of line. But that is where it's important to have people to keep you in check. And I think that's honest.
Freedom.
First super chat here. Just want to hear OL girl say my name. Celicia.
Celicia. Hello, Celicia. That's a beautiful name. That is a beautiful name. I will name my first daughter that I will not have. Drag is the sheriff of Atheist Town. Fuck no. No. Hell no. Hell no. That video, I'm still mad. That is a very painful comment, Angry Roach. The video reminds you one full set of hair and fit one, yes, at one point in time, yes. That's not even a good depiction of my like. I have to find my photo from Facebook and show you, like, when I was in pretty good shape. I'll find it.
Now, anybody that knows anything about psychology and knows anything about self-esteem knows that when you're around a person who's constantly trying to bring you down all the time, that person is suffering from depression, and that person is suffering from low self-esteem.
Really?
They don't really think highly of themselves. All right? Although it's going to kind of contradict what I'm going to say in a minute. But
I'm going to contradict myself here in a minute. This is what I believe, but I'm about to contradict myself. Gee, man, you're taking all the fun out of me reviewing it, man, if you're calling it out ahead of time. God damn it.
when you hear what I got to say, you'll see why it doesn't. But a lot of them, they love to sit there and say, I have education in you. I went to college. I'm helping, and this is Dragnauct, guys, because this is what he does. I'm helping people with their homework. I'm going to college. I can spell. I can do this. And it's like, dude, I can spell too, and I can read too, and I can do them things too. No, you can't, because I can spell better. Therefore, you can't spell at all. Like, this is the kind of things that you got to go through when you...
Now, I've told this guy time and time again that I say that just to fuck with him. Like, that, it's like, yeah, it is true. Like, he is, him and, like, Steve McRae are, like, they're on the same level as far as their command of the English language. It's terrible. But I think it's funny as hell because he talks about how uneducated other people are. And it's like, well, I mean, okay. But I'm trying to remember exactly what I sent because I know what fucks with him. Like, I know, and I've literally said that I'm saying things like that just to fuck with you. I've literally said that. And I don't know why he keeps making fucking videos. Why does he keep saying it? Because it makes you mad and it makes me laugh. Because it makes you mad. Like, it's a cycle. Like, I don't know why people even respond to it. Like if I start talking shit about Redline, or even remotely allude to him, some of his little fucking fanboys will get pissed off. I'm saying it to piss you off. I don't actually care. I'm just saying it to piss you off. Yeah, this I can spell. Apparently, spelling is a flex. Yes. Thank you. I'm just saying it to piss you off. Why are you letting it get to you? If you know that's my intention, they go, oh, well, he's just saying that shit. Yeah, I think I told him in the conversation, the one that I played earlier, that he'd asked me what I wanted from him, and I was like, cheddar biscuit and bitches. Like, who says shit like that? Who's like it's? I'm purposely saying things just to get a rise. But I don't know.
Freedom.
It's pronounced Celicia. Get it right.
Celicia, I am so sorry. Celicia, thank you for the correction and the $5. That's going towards Lobster Bisque. Celicia. Remember that. Are you from, I think I recognize, are you from Unirock Stream, I think? I think that's where I saw you from. I don't know. I see a lot of people's names. Yes, this is, oh God, 2013? Yeah, it was 2013. I don't know why I didn't have my PT. No. Oh, no, I took my PT belt off. That's why. I was like, there's something missing. PT belt. Dog tags are tucked underneath my shirt. But yes, this is when I was, well, actually close to my prime. This is very, very close. I could lift 300-pound men full kit and, you know, body carry them, battlefield, all that cool stuff. Anyway, yes, that is how I used to look many years ago. Even still retain most of my hairline.
You're dealing with people who don't have any type of self-esteem whatsoever. Dragnauct doesn't have any self-esteem.
I have no
Dragnaught
self-esteem.
feels the need to put people down all the time. Why? Because Dragnaught doesn't like himself. Dragnaught looks in the mirror and sees a lard. He looks in the mirror and sees a ball-headed lard who needs to go to a gym and build some muscle mass.
Well, one of those statements is right. Yeah, I do actually need to go back to the gym. I don't know. I don't want any. Look, I'm pretty, like, if you look in the clavicular area here, right? You look at the trapezius up here. All of it's pretty well defined naturally. I'm not huge on. Well, I'm not trying to build muscle. I'm just trying to lose weight. So yeah, no, you are right about that. But I don't need to do that. I know it messes with you. Like to mess with people, and I mess with you. So I don't. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Dragnauct sees a waste of potential. Dragnauct sees a person who's incapable of getting a job and keeping it. Dragnaught looks in the mirror and realizes
I've held jobs longer than you've been on YouTube. Like, I don't. What are you talking about? This is such a weird thing for him to say when he knows that I've held the most of the time that he's known me. Actually, now that I think about it, I've had a job. It's only very recently that I've gone full-time student. So let me think back. Hold on. Tatted Jedi says, I thought the chin was a thing. That's why you look like you fuck your sister. So when I first came around, and I'll just use my active years on YouTube. So around 2010, because I was lurking for quite some time. I'm 6'1". So from 2010 to 2014, I was active duty military, and from 2014 to 2016, I was employed at a casino and as a security guard and at Lowe's. And while I was because I was finishing my associate's degree, okay, around 2016. Now, while I was employed at Lowe's around 2016, I was also a part-time tutor at the college. So I actually had two jobs. Then I said, well, I'm just going to do full-time school after 2016. And so the GI Bill allows me to be a full-time student, and I get paid actually more than I would if I was working. So this is interesting that he says that when he knows that I've been employed for the majority of the time that I've been on here. Like I said, it's only very recently have I decided to do full-time student. But you know, hey,
realize he's not as smart as Christians are. Dragnauct looks in the mirror and realizes that he's not all that. So the only way he can make himself feel all that is by putting other people down. That's all he can do.
You know, I don't think he realizes that. Like, he's tacitly acknowledging that the shit that I say gets to him. Like, I don't think he realizes that. Like, this lets me know that, okay, well, me saying stupid shit like that, like you can't spell worth a damn, that really hurts him.
Me? I don't do that. I get on here and I
Doesn't
tell
put people down.
I've said on here a bunch of times, I think Drag's going to be a Christian one day. I've said that
I'm going to think you find out your boyfriend one day. I mean, we all have dreams.
Drag has a lot of potential, and I believe he's wasting it. I believe that Drag is this. I believe.
How am I wasting my potential? Like, I'll have my second degree. accounting associates. I have my first degree, like after the summer. So, and I've already started taking graduate level courses. So I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Believe Drag is that, but I've also put Drag in his place, and I've told Drag you're not as smart as you think you are, dude.
That's
you're
fair.
not as intelligent as you think you are. You're not as funny.
That's fair.
Some people think you're boring.
I know. Oh, okay. Well, okay. So that's bullshit. So if people didn't find me entertaining, why? And I pointed this out to G-Man. Why would people rather watch me review your videos than your original videos? Because I've shown him. I said, look. I said, I guarantee you that after, I think it was not this video. It's, what was the other one he did?
Oh, man.
Oh, here it is. Atheists Left Humbled. You see the one with our heads on a pike? I said, I can do like, this video's been up for a few days, and I can do a review, and within the first day of me doing a review, I guarantee you I'll have more views than you, right? Just to show him, like, the disparity there. And man, he didn't like that shit at all. He did not like that. So I said, if you want to really go there, G-Man, the numbers don't lie. I went to, what was it? Social Blade. I went to Social Blade, and I said, if you think that your channels are doing better than mine, let's look at the numbers. Let's look at how Social Blade ranks both of our channels. Okay? How about your main channel that you like to brag about? My channel is actually doing better than his main channel, believe it or not. So I said, well, that's really interesting here. Really, really interesting, G-Man. You keep telling me how good you're doing, and I could be doing this, and it's like I do a video maybe every other day, and you're doing videos on 2 channels, and you still can't do better than my 1 channel. Come the fuck on, man. Come the fuck on. So, Pete Butulu gave me 5 Aussie dollars. What is this? I guess thoughts of drag. Give G-Man the thoughts he needs to pray away. So within that conversation, actually, I might still have it up here. No, I don't have it up. Okay, so within that conversation that I played earlier between me and him, I bring that up, and I ask him specifically what type of thoughts he's having, and it sounds like I'm not even really sure at this point if he's fantasizing about like kissing dudes or fucking dudes and stuff like that. I'm not even sure if it's even that, because the way that he described it is like he described the scene from you guys seen the movie The Breakfast Club, and you see they're smoking weed. So like he's wondering, okay, oh, what it would be like to smoke weed or get high or something like that. I think it's because he then compared it to watching a scene where 2 guys are kissing. And so I'm thinking that he's getting immersed into whatever he's watching, and that he's interpreting that as a temptation. I'm thinking that's what's happening here, just based on how he describes it, because he didn't want to go into explicit detail, because I'm like, you thinking about sucking some dude's dick? Like, what's going on, my man? He didn't want to go that far. I was like, okay, that's fine. But just based on how he described the different scenario, because he said there were different things, and I can't remember the third one, but that's kind of where I'm at now. So because I want to accurately depict what's going on. I think that he just says that he had to pray away gay thoughts, when in reality it may just be he's getting immersed into whatever he's watching. He's identifying with the character. Oh, that character just went down on that dude. Whoops. So that may be what it is. Don't know. No.
Spicing up your show and do this. And I try to keep it as real as possible. But Dragnauct's psychology is that the only way he can feel special or important on the internet is he has to wear that white coat. And I know a lot of you have seen those videos. Freedom.
Just wanted to say good morning. Hope you are all having an amazing day. Zoe.
Hello. Was this Irish? Hugs and kisses Irish? Is that how you say that? I don't know. I'm just gonna call you Irish. Hello there. I'm not even sure. What G-Man's talking about. So I guess he's saying here that the only way that I feel or I get affirmations when I'm wearing my lab coat. I guess you could say that. I guess, yeah. So because like my goal eventually is to become a scientist, wearing the lab coat, so putting on the regalia would give that affirmation. Yeah.
G-Man dreams about being on the receiving end of a bukkake.
Probably. But I think in the grand scheme of things, so me as a so gaining affirmation from fulfilling that role in life, absolutely. But he's saying like here on the internet, well, that's different. So Steve McRae's training work. But no, I don't. How often do you guys even see me with the lab coat? Do you even see anything around me? There's like KY jelly and water here. Like I don't even know where my lab coat is. To tell you the truth, that's actually a good question. Where's my lab coat? That's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna need that. I have no idea where my lab coat is, but I don't know.
His white jacket, because he's studying science. Now, a lot of us are not into that. A lot of us think that's boring. But he wears his white jacket, and he thinks that, I don't know, I think it's psychotically wrong with this guy, where he believes that he's accomplished nirvana or something because he's wearing a white jacket and he's going to some science class. Like, I've put on the same jacket taking chemistry. I put on the same jacket taking biology. And yes, Dragnauct, you ain't the only person that's ever been to school, dude.
You made Kool-Aid too? You mixed Kool-Aid and you cut the cells, G-Man? Did you? I don't doubt it for a second that you've taken some undergraduate course and you put on a lab coat.
Freedom.
G-Man wants you to dress up like Judd Nelson so he can dress up like Molly Ringwald.
I'm not sure. I don't get that reference. Clearly there's a male and a female, and so I get the connotation there. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, Wilson. You're zingers today. I'd be a shirtless scientist if I could. No. A lot of the stuff that I work with are volatile chemicals, so I would not be a shirt. That would be not my favorite. And plus, if you think about, I'm going to have to work with cells. So a part of working with cells is that you have to passage them. Part of that process is dipping them in liquid nitrogen. You don't want that on your skin. Matter of fact, you don't even want to be breathing that in. So it is. Oh, Neil's live. Or wait, I just got a notification for Neil 4 days ago. What the fuck is going on here? God damn it! Why is it? Okay, that's so weird. What is going? Oh, I'm getting more videos. Okay, I can't watch that. So that's a Breakfast Club reference. Okay, I don't remember any of the names of the characters. My wife is into those old movies. So don't they end up fucking? In that, I have to ask my wife. Like I said, she's in those movies. Breakfast Club. Okay, all right.
You're not the only person that's been to school. I guarantee you I excel in certain subjects that you don't. And I guarantee you there's subjects that you excel at that I don't.
I can name quite a few, actually.
It doesn't make you better than me. It doesn't make you not as good as me. But for you, in the world of broke nut, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I call him that a little bit later. In the world of broke nut, in this man's mind, he believes he's a somebody.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop checking my phone because someone's definitely trying to distract me. It is very distracting. So no, like I don't know what's going on with the notification. But by the way, let me say this before I get distracted. I am actually broadcasting on 3 different areas right now. So if you have me on the Facebook page called Dragnauct, I'm broadcasting there. Dragnauct Twitch channel and YouTube. So I know Facebook and Twitch are really good about notifications. So if y'all like the page and you get updates on your phone, you will see when I go live. Some of y'all are friends with me on Facebook or whatever. You'll get notification there. Twitch, if you watch people do shit, Twitch is always on time. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know why. I see Neil in chats, but I've not been getting his fucking notification. That was 4 days ago, and I just got that notification. So I don't like that because I like watching other people's channels. Entertaining. Anyway, this stemmed from like 1 or 2 comments. I don't even think I mentioned anything about my school to him, but it always kind of goes back to that this impression, because him and Veckel, and I think True Empiricism kind of shares this notion too, that, well, Dragnauct does the biochemistry, so he thinks she's better than everyone else. It's a boring ass subject. It is incredibly fucking boring. And just ask anybody who actually does science. I think we have a few scientists in the chat right now. Biochemistry is boring, okay? Doing biochemistry, yes, it takes a certain degree of skill. Yes, that is absolutely true. But it is a boring ass topic. Like, I'm sure you could flex on it, but you know, there are more interesting areas that require the same amount of adroitness, I guess you could say, to operate in. But he gets really butthurt about this shit. Really butthurt.
Because he can spell better than somebody. He's a somebody because he's helping somebody with their homework. Like, honestly.
Actually, I think yes. If you're helping somebody else excel in life, that does make you above others who aren't. I actually do think that if you can help enrich somebody else's life, while other people are just whatever, fuck them, I think that does make you a better person. I actually agree with that.
Honestly, guys, if I wasn't a YouTuber and somebody came to me and told me, yo, this is a guy on YouTube bragging that he's better than everybody because he's doing helping people with their homework, I wouldn't believe you. Like, I'm standing outside of Seton Hall University. If I told people that over there, they would laugh. They would mock him and they would ridicule him. If I go to any university and tell them what this guy does on the internet in terms of like bragging about doing his homework, and success comes from doing your homework, they would laugh at the guy and tell me to stop listening to that fool.
I'm not sure where I bragged about helping people with their homework, but whenever I mentioned that, helping people with their homework, I have, but have I really? Oh, I don't know.
But why is he doing this? It's because he has to prop himself up. Atheists suffer from low self-esteem. Okay, they're unsure. They're not sure about themselves. That's why they got to go out there and spread their garbage. That your garden is real.
Is it tutoring comment? It might have been tutoring.
No one's ever provided any evidence. We already know that's not true. If anybody just types in the Kalam cosmological argument, boom, answer prayer, boom.
Now have him explain the Kalam cosmological argument to you and watch. You're gonna be in for a treat. He has no idea what the fuck it even is.
Presuppositional apologetics. Boom.
Cool. Now explain foundationalism. So because if you're gonna talk about that topic, G-Man, just mentioning the name of it doesn't, like, it's not a fucking cudgel that you reach off the fucking wall and then just hit somebody with in the middle of a conversation. You actually need to understand it to use it. That's like me. Somebody say, "Oh, Dragnauct, how do you think all life got started?" Just 1,6 para benzene aldehyde. What? Wait, you just said words to me. What does that mean? Having a comprehensive understanding of what the fuck you're talking about kind of helps if you want to convince somebody, G-Man. Like, that's fucking stupid. The Kalam, what about it? The presuppositional argument. And? What about it, my man? Like, it's just, he has no idea how to even use those arguments. Anytime he even references them, they're all in like sets of 3. Like, those 3 that he mentions, they all come in sets. So when he is trying to sway somebody towards what he wants to believe, you won't hear him use the Kalam. You'll hear him defer to someone else. You'll hear him mention it, but you won't hear him use it. So, oh, well, you can Google it. Well, G-Man, you can Google the actual definition of evolution. You can Google how to use the Kalam. You can Google where the Kalam even came from, and when Christians. But come on now. Like this, if you're going to say that that's what people can do, then you need to sit your ass down and do some reading.
Boom. Intelligent design. Boom. Boom.
Boom.
But there's no evidence for your God. Something wrong with these people, ladies and gents. Something wrong with them. The intelligent atheists, the ones on here that have a little bit more confidence in drag, will tell you something along the lines of there's no convincing evidence. But that's not even true. Because then he's speaking for me, and he's speaking for all of you wonderful Christians out there and all of you wonderful theists out there that believe that there's a higher power or believe that there's a God out there. Because now they're presuming to speak for us. There's a lot of things wrong with their line of argumentation, and they don't get it. They don't get it. The only way I think atheists are going to feel good about themselves, maybe if we, I don't know, maybe we need to compliment them a little bit. Maybe when I see Lubis, I say, Lubis, you've been in my...
Lubis, look at that hair. You keep coming to my hangouts looking like a rock star, and I want to be one of your groupies. I know they call me G-Man, but can I be your man, G? Come on. Me and you, buddy.
My room a couple of times, man. You've been polite. You ask questions. Like, maybe I should start doing that with them because they already feel kind of low about themselves. And we need them to feel better about themselves. When Dragnauct comes in my room and he feels the need to come in there and to mock people and to ridicule people like his prophet Richard Dawkins tells him to do, maybe instead of me getting mad and upset and everybody else getting mad and upset, maybe we should just say, you want to know what, Drag?
Maybe y'all should grow some thick skin. Y'all talk mad shit about me when I'm not around. Y'all think I don't see that? Come on now. You and True, y'all get together, y'all start sucking each other off, and all that Dragnauct, yeah, he thinks he's so smart, yeah, he's real dumb, yeah, all this little kitty bullshit. I come in the room, y'all turn to a bunch of bitches. So I don't get it. Like, you want to pretend to be like these guys who can take criticism and can take a bit of mocking and ridicule, the same kind of stuff that you do to other people, but when it comes down to it, you complain about it, and you start getting salty. So I'm confused. Help me out.
Right? I understand how you feel, man. And I understand that you got to do this because you don't feel very good about yourself.
Feel terrible.
You know what I mean? I sincerely and genuinely feel sorry for Drag. Let me tell you how pathetic it's gotten, ladies and gents.
Tell me how pathetic I am.
The man is comparing his channel, his Dragnauct channel, to GTV.
Told you he was butthurt.
And I'm looking at this and I'm like, does this guy know that this is my C channel? Like this, I don't even advertise this channel.
Now, G-Man, are you going to tell people that I compared my channel to your main channel? Let's see if because I still have the screenshot that I sent him. Folks, I still have it. Actually, let me double check to make sure I have it. I didn't fucking accidentally delete it. Yep, I still have it. So that one's a GTV one. It's a G-Man. Okay. Yep, I still have the screenshot. All right. Oh, I see. I did not alter the other one. So let me fix this. All right, I'm going to let this play.
My subs has gone up the entire month. If I did, I probably got like 1 or 2. And believe me, I'm not advertising GTV. Matter of fact, the only reason I even have 1,000 subs on here, if you want to keep it 100% real, because Dragnauct keeps making YouTube videos about me. I'm just keeping it real. I don't advertise this channel. Barely anybody on my main account knows about this channel. I'm dead serious. Most of them like, what's a GTV? Yeah, Vecco knows about it. You might see True Empiricism. You might see like maybe 10 people from my main account come on here, but the majority of the people that watch this channel are coming from Dragnauct circles. And I guess those people already subbed to the main channel too, but that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is that on this channel, I only have 1,000 plus subscribers. And he's sitting here bragging about how he's got more views on a video than I have on GTV. This is my GTV channel. You're supposed to have more views than this one. But then he goes and he says, G-Man, I got, my channel's doing better than your main channel.
There we go.
Now, this is my response, because I told Drag I wanted to say this in video. This is going to be my response. I told him some things on Skype, but this is my video response for Drag regarding this. All right? Drag, I'm a Christian YouTuber. I do apologetics. I defend the faith. I warn people about the last days.
Now you notice how much shit he was talking in defense of his other channel, right? Oh, Dragnauct, he's criticizing my fucking third tier channel. Like that's not even the bench warmer channel, right? That one's that's waiting in the wings. How dare you? That's not fair. You notice how he didn't use this defense for that other channel because he's still a Christian YouTuber, is he not? Is he not talking about the same fucking topics? Real weird, huh? He just changed up how he wanted to defend each channel. Real strange. It's almost like he's just bullshitting because he knows that his goal on here is actually to gain that internet infamy. He wants that e-fame. And if I'm doing better than him, then he's not doing too well. And he should be thanking me. You're absolutely right. I say it's a symbiotic relationship. I mean, but it's like, come on now. Come on now. Your channels aren't doing too well because your content's stale. You tried reviewing my stuff, but you're not that interesting unless you're flipping the fuck out like you are now. You're going to have to do something, my man. Something.
I'm known as a Christian, a fundamentalist Christian, who takes a hard stance against atheism and the Hebrew Israelites. Okay? When people are being intellectually honest, they're going to tell you that's what I'm known for. All right? You, sir, are known for being a troll. Okay? You are not known for going to college. You're not known for your science. You're known for being a troll. True empiricism doesn't want to deal with you. I barely want to deal with you. Veckel won't even add you on Skype.
Oh,
I'm not
no.
Skype, I'm sorry, on Facebook.
Oh no, so G-Man and his boyfriends don't take me seriously. Oh no, True Empiricism, the same guy who was bragging about the house that he had bought and how much better he was doing than me in life, and then come to find out his house is worth less than my car. The same guy who told everyone that he went to college for chemistry. Chemistry was too easy, then he dropped out because it was too easy. That true empiricism, the same true empiricism that said that DNA degrades in water and just falls apart, even though that's exactly kind of how it doesn't work because, well, how else would we perform polymerase chain reactions? That is it the same guy? Oh, that guy. Okay, thank you. All right. So and Veckel, well, he's family. He has good reason. So it's just you trying to tell me what your little boyfriends don't like about. I don't respect them, G-Man. I don't know what you don't understand, because when you say Christian community, you mean you and your enablers, you and your coddlers. I don't give a shit what Truth thinks. I don't give a shit what Veckel thinks. Who the fuck are they? Why would I care what they think about me? Veckel runs like a bitch because I embarrassed him in front of his family on fucking Facebook. That's why. He can come on here and lie. His own brother even admitted to it. But that's fine. He's a clown, and he surrounds himself with people who aren't going to challenge his clownish fucking behavior. There's a reason he's up your ass all the time defending you, because he's not that likable of a guy. He ain't that bright his damn self. You didn't have too many choices. True? Well, it's true. I'm just saying. But notice, y'all cats keep coming to me. Just saying.
Antonio thinks you're a joke.
Antonio can barely walk around without swallowing his own tongue. So I'm not sure why Antonio is being... Anyway.
You understand what I'm saying? And you keep talking as if the Christian community, which is a lot bigger than yours, actually cares about what your community
has a bigger PP than your community.
About me. Because I don't. Okay? You're known as a troll. I'm known for getting things done. You understand what I'm saying? I noticed that a lot of you stopped talking about who's a horrible person ever since I did the pre-trials. I noticed a lot of you stopped doing that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't because I got on here and trolled people. I got on here and I took care of business. I came out there and I said, okay, let me take the Bible, let me present it a certain way to these people on the internet, and then bingo, you stop.
Arguments, some ads.
Some of you are still doing it.
I'm in a circle of fucking shit. Yes, she's right. Absolutely
and show
right.
you why your underwear is not as clean as you claim it is.
It's clean. I changed them. G-Man.
The Geek Room, for example, is growing in popularity here on the internet.
Good.
But they're not growing because they're intelligent. They're not growing because these people are great at biology or chemistry, or because they're benefiting people's life.
Wait, hold on for a second. I'm glad the Geek Room is growing. I'm happy to have helped in doing that. Actually, I'm actually quite proud of that, because they've actually put time and dedication, and they edit their videos. Anyone who edits their videos gets kudos from me. But like, when did they ever say that was their fucking goal? It's the Geek Room. It's not the fucking science lab. Like, what are you fucking talking about? This makes no sense to me. So you're criticizing the Geek Room now because they're a bunch of fuckheads, okay, for not doing content that they've never done, that they've never said that they were doing. Or what are they? Is Brand supposed to go out in his fucking garage and start making meth? Like, what are they supposed to do? This makes no goddamn sense.
You can't cut the Geek Room on and say that you learned something watching that show. I can point to a bunch of my videos on both channels where you actually learn. Go to the Geek Room. All it is well, actually, this is appropriate. There's a playground over there. Playground bullying is what you're going to learn in the Geek Room. That's what you're going to learn on the Drag channel. You're going to learn how to be a bully. You're not going to learn anything that's going to benefit you as a human being, to grow and be a better person or anything like that. I've said this on my channel before, and I'm going to say it again. If you think I'm such a horrible person, then where are these examples that I'm supposed to be following to be better? If I want to watch...
You are a grown-ass man who's actually a few decades my senior. I ain't trying to teach you shit. I'm not your fucking mammy. I'm not your busted-ass daddy. That ain't my goddamn job. That's nobody's job, is to try and reform you. What? Like, this is the problem. This mentality here is what's really wrong with G-Man. And it tells you a little bit about true empiricism and Veckel and Antonio. They think that it's their job to raise this grown-ass man. I feel sorry for any woman who thinks that's their goal in life, is to try and do some shit like that. But this is sad. This is pathetic. It's not my wife's job to raise me. Right? My mother is completed her child rearing many years ago. Now it's up to me to correct my own fucking behavior. But it's everybody else's problem. Is G-Man can't get right because no one's teaching him how to be better.
Watch that, I have to watch Veckel's channel, True Empiricism's channel. I have to watch Antonio's channel or a Christian channel, because the atheists are incapable of teaching me something that they don't do themselves. Because you people are mental. Again, I talked about this earlier. You guys sit here, and the only reason you're spreading atheism because you're like, well, I think God...
I'm not spreading atheism. I'm spreading the love of titty pictures and videos and lobster bits. That's it. That's and some laughs. That's about it. I don't... Other than that, people may learn a little bit of science here and there. Maybe.
Don't exist. If I could just win somebody to my cause, then perhaps I'll, feel better. Oh, we won Galaxy and Eve. We got them as atheists. Okay, they're theists again. Have we won anybody in the last 4 years? Nope.
God, like, who cares? Like, who even
That's because you
talks to
guys
them
got your
anymore?
behind strangled and got your butts kicked in the great debate. That's why. All right? And it's going to continue to happen because you guys don't know what you're doing. Like I said, you think you're going to win atheists down by bullying people. I'm sorry, it don't work that way.
Into being an atheist?
Now you're proving that atheism is immoral. But we'll get to that in future videos. And believe me, I'm going to enjoy making those YouTube videos.
I'm going to enjoy reviewing them.
But every time I get a message from an atheist where they're trying to lie about me,
Atheist.
my life is better than yours. And then I ask them this one question. I go, if your life is so much better than mine, what am I doing right now?
I think I had told, when he asked me that, I think I said, you're looking for a boyfriend. He didn't like that too much. He didn't like that. I'm sorry, Wilson says, I learned from the Geek Room that G-Man loves Bukkake. Exactly. I learned that too. I didn't know that. It takes quite a man to love Bukkake. Quite a man.
Where am I at? Who's my girlfriend? Who's not my girlfriend? Where do I live? Yada, yada, yada. How much money do I make? And this is what they'll say. But my life is still better than yours. Who cares? Like, honestly, why would you wake up in the morning and go,
The guy complaining about it.
oh, let me go find G-Man. Hey, G-Man, did you know my life is better than yours? Like, seriously. You know what I mean? So, and Drag has got this thing in his head that he feels the need to say, G-Man, my life is better than yours. You know what? How about we speak facts? Who's got a better life than me? I know several Christians. S.J. Thomason's got a better life than me. S.J. got kids. She got a husband. She has a professional career. Her channel's professional. And I'm actually quite envious of her YouTube channel because of the way she does things. And I'm literally going to make changes so my channel could
Yeah, that will require you to have self-control.
be very similar. You know what I mean? Because I'm sick and tired of challenging people to debates. Them days are over. I'm not even challenging Dillahunty no more. No. When I go to a debate from now on, I'm going to be the one challenge that's going to be under my conditions. And that's how it's going to be from now on.
Uh-oh.
You won't be debating me. But
his
the bottom line
conditions.
is that the bottom line is that I'm more envious of SJ than anybody else, and I shouldn't even be envious of SJ.
You should be envious on that uncomfortable smile that she maintains 100% of the time. Like I'd say, like one of the things that I do find unnerving about just people in general are people who force a smile while they're speaking, no matter the subject. Like they're forcing that fucking smile. That's fake as shit. That is completely fucking fake. Nobody smile. Like if you're talking about like child murder in the Bible, you shouldn't be smiling. That's monstrous to me.
He goes to debates to be taught, makes call-out vids and expects compliments. Gary Lamont more folks.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Like you see, he complains about no one's giving him compliments and no one's trying to help him, and it's like, what, you act like a fucking dick to people. Like, what do you expect? Well, Drake, you didn't come. You make Shannon kick me out of the house. You didn't offer. No, bitch, that was on you. You were talking mad shit while you were in the house. Well, I'm supposed to come to your fucking fuck you. No, what the hell do I look like? No, why would I do that? But everyone's supposed to be like beholden to G-Man, no matter what. Like there is this weird notion that he does have. Like, and this is not just on the internet. This is in real life, because I was talking to Hannah about this. He thinks that he can do and say whatever he wants to people, but you're still supposed to kiss his ass. Like, he really thinks that. He doesn't know that the reason why people like kick him to the curb is because he crosses lines with people. Like, he's for some reason that doesn't click with him. And even when you tell him, it's like, well, he'll just excuse us. If you were really his friend, you would have absolved him from any responsibility. That's why it's not one of the reasons he fell out with Shield Squad. He couldn't take responsibility for him doing stuff on his own accord that were against what they were supposed to be doing. Like, there's setting up. There was a scheme on how they were going to approach certain Black Hebrew Israelites, on what platforms and what time, that sort of thing. G-Man wanted to go do his own thing. Well, okay, why are you part of a group? Why are you part of a team if you're just going to go do your own thing, right? But he doesn't register that.
And to be honest, and to be 100% honest concerning my envy for SJ, I would say that she's motivating me and pushing me to want to make my YouTube channel even better.
Really?
You know what I mean? But when I watch channels like The Geek Room and Dragnauct and Irate Alec, I was like, there ain't nothing to be envious about that. Unless I intentionally decide I want to be a YouTube troll and I want to troll people to death. And I'm sorry, I got better things to do with my time. Like, I'm about to go over there real quick and go talk to some evolutionists. I'm waiting for them to go over there. I don't know when they're there, because they'll be over there. They'll be over there by the bleachers over there. But the bottom line is that intellectually
He's just randomly accosting people.
I already know I can't have an intellectual conversation with those guys. If I say Geek Room, let's have a serious conversation about evolution. They can't do it. I already know it.
Well, no, he wants $50 now. Like, if he's going to come to your channel, he's going to charge you $50 for his appearance, because he's worth $50.
If I say let's have a really serious, hardcore video conversation about human zoos and scientific racism, you think they can do it? No, they can't. Because I can't ask somebody like honestly, when you've been trolling for so long, I think you forget how to sit down as an adult and have a conversation. Because none of these people would talk to me like this face to face. If I sat down with them, they would be like, yes, sir. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he says that, but I've said exactly what the fuck I'm saying now to his face, and there was no yes, sir. There was, why are you fucking touching me? Quit touching me.
Yeah, I can do that. Yes, sir. That's what they would be doing. I promise you. I guarantee you.
I love this tough guy act.
Never come to me and talk
I
to me.
love this. Like, this, I can't, like, for the life of me, I can't understand why. Like, G-Man, we met you in real life. Hannah and MP both hung out with you multiple times in real life, and they know that that's bullshit. They've told people what you act like. Like, come on now. Stop it.
The way to talk to me on YouTube. But as far as Drag goes, Drag is capable of having a conversation, an intellectual conversation.
When I want
Problem with Drag is Drag believes intellectual conversations are boring. Drag believes that these things are not beneficial to him.
Really?
He believes that somehow it's more beneficial for you, the
The
viewer.
fuck did I say
to hear
that?
a bunch of teasing and lying. And
No, that's not what the fuck I believe. I don't know where you got that. I'm sorry, you made that shit up. I think intellectual conversations are wonderful to have. In fact, I will have them with people who are, get this, intellectuals, not you. There's plenty of things that I can sit and wax lyrical about. I need to stop using that phrase. Ugh. But there's tons of topics we can sit and discuss. Plenty. I can talk about medicine with acetyl-CoA hog tie. We could talk fucking bioinformatics with CRISPR and Sam. We could talk philosophy with Saka and Floyd. There's tons of things that we can discuss in different categories and different, avenues, right? We have a deliberative dialogue over controversial topics like immigration. But you aren't one of those fucking people to have any of those conversations with at all because you don't know shit and you can't control yourself. So I'm not going to waste any brain cells trying to have a conversation that's way above your level to begin with. Not going to do it, man. Sorry. Maybe if you want to raise the level of discourse, then you need to hold yourself to a higher standard. Maybe you'll get better conversations. Who just subscribed? Who was that? I saw the thing and I heard the thing. What is the thing? I don't know. Who's it? And I gotta look for it. I'll find it.
and misrepresenting a people.
Judy
All right, and Drag, I know
LaVoice.
you're watching this, Drag, and I want to get to one more little point before I wrap this up. All right? And I want you to pay attention to this. Pay very close attention to this, okay? You see this world out here, Drag? You see it?
I see it.
How are you changing it?
What?
I mean, you're going to college. That's what you keep boasting and bragging about every week. Geek Room, I know you're watching this.
Oh, I've not added to the population by impregnating your sister, so I have done something.
Well, you'll watch it later. How are you changing any of this? What are you doing to benefit the world that we're living in right now? How are you helping anybody with coronavirus or anybody that may be suffering from it? Because I haven't seen diddly squat.
Yes, because if I am helping someone with a medical issue, I definitely make it very public because that's what they would want. They would want me to publicize their medical issues so that you knew about it. That makes perfect sense.
On any of your channels regarding this. I haven't even seen you guys giving people food to eat or anything like that or water to drink.
Because again, that's something that we definitely need to go live to do. I definitely can't do that off air and in my own free time.
Or anything like that. As a matter of fact, what
This
do
is
you
fucking dumb.
idiots do for other people?
Okay, so if you actually want to know, G-Man, so people hit me up privately if they there was goddamn, what was his name? I can't remember the dude's name. He was a black dude. He's a theist. He still watches every so often. I want to say one of his female friends, I think is in like the like pre-med program, and she was taking biochem, and she needed some help answering some like a worksheet or something. And so I got the Google Doc, and I was putting some notes and stuff in there, and images that explain to her how some biochem shit works. And so helping her into the medical field. There are other people who, let me be very careful. There are other people who are going through things in life, and they heard me mention something, and so I told them how I dealt with that situation. I don't publicize the shit because it's not public knowledge. There's, if you listen to Kamal from the Atheist Experience,
Drag helping the world combating idiots like this who want to ruin it.
yeah, I mean I'm just providing some laws there, and there are lots of people who are just entertained. They find this very cathartic. I've gotten actually quite a few emails about that. Like people find this really cathartic for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just sitting here talking shit, but evidently that's a big thing. So if you want to know, then you can defer to the people who are sending me the emails and messages and shit, and the titty pictures and the nudie videos. Those are very nice. And in the lobster bisque, and I can't forget about that.
I'm standing here in one of the poorest towns in New Jersey.
That's to tell you something about yourself.
One of them.
One of them.
I don't see you atheists doing squat. I see churches giving away food. I see churches building
I see your mama giving away ass. Like, where are we going with this?
shelters. I see churches. I don't see one atheist organization anywhere out here doing anything. There ain't no atheist organization I can go to right now and say, hey, listen, you see these clothes I'm wearing? You got any secondhand clothes in here I can use?
I think
no,
there
we
is
don't
a
see that.
atheist
Atheists
organization in
too
New
busy
Jersey.
taking from people and not giving. You understand what I'm saying? I know I got off topic here a little bit, guys, about the psychology of atheism. I guess you can call this a bit of an intro, but this is going to be part one of this. And these people are psychotic in the head. Again, the only reason they're out there trying to convince you that they're atheists and that God don't exist is because they need reassurance. These people ain't got no confidence at all. And then number two, they put you down because they have no self-esteem whatsoever. None. Zero. Zilch. Because if they did, they would be intellectually honest with people about what they know and what they don't know. But trying to get an atheist to be honest about something like that, it's like trying to find a needle somewhere in this park. Good luck with that. Without a metal detector. Without a metal detector. Like I say, atheists aren't very honest when it comes to us Christians, you know. But if you're a Christian and you have an atheist friend that's in school, or if you're a Christian and you have an atheist,
Yeah. So I just realized it. So guess where American Atheists is at? New Jersey. So I mean, I'm pretty sure last time I checked, American Atheists were doing non-profit stuff.
What the hell's going on? I mean, what
Doing
the hell
activism.
is going on?
Drag help cure my puff penis by introducing me to anime titties. Also, here's more money. You'll never get dairy.
There we go. Anime titties are they're not the best titties. They're great. Yeah, I'm looking. So American Atheists, they had the scholarships. There's voting. There's all type of stuff that they're doing here. Weird.
Freedom.
There's an atheist org here in SC that feeds the homeless and give them clothes. Do some G-search.
Yeah, he hadn't done his G-Man research. I'm so shocked. But yeah, it's like he keeps saying shit like that. And I just typed in atheist organization New Jersey, and the American Atheist popped up.
friend at your workplace or in your family, I want to give you a little bit of advice on how to talk to them about God. The first thing that you do is you make sure you look right in there and just look directly into their pupils and let them know that God exists. The second thing that you do after that, ladies and gents, you ask them to give you their best argument for God not existing. Make sure it's their best one. And then destroy it. And then end the conversation. When you see them again, ask them to do it again. Destroy it, end the conversation. And then by God's grace, if you see them again, hit them with the gospel. Say, listen, I done heard your two best arguments for why God doesn't exist, and I destroyed them both. Now it's time for you to understand who and what you are. That you have offended.
You haven't destroyed shit. You haven't understood any argument. You haven't actually addressed them. You hear words, and then you create your own straw man version of what you hear, and then you tackle that.
The holy God, that you are a sinner. You are not this good person you claim you are. You're a liar, just like this person is. You steal, just like this person does. That's why I love when people accuse me. I absolutely eat it.
Oh, okay. This part, yeah, we're getting to the end of this. I'm gonna just let this play. So, G-Man was asking, I think at one point in our conversation, why I hadn't offered him compliments and shit like that. And I was like, you're a fucking terrible ass person. Why am I terrible? Because I said, you love to lie. If there's one thing that I love to mention about his behavior, is that he constantly fucking lies. And I've brought receipts to show that he lied. And so he was hemming and hawing on that. And then he actually did admit that, yeah, he made up the affair between Alex Botten and Fiona. He did acknowledge that one, but that one was years ago. Like, he hasn't admitted to anything recently. Like, it's almost like he can't admit to lying, but there's a shelf life to that. So there's a weird shelf life. So then of course it goes, well, everyone lies, so it's like, no, G-Man, you constantly make shit up, constantly.
Eat it up now, because I can say, well, do you do the same things? Oh, you do. I got a savior. Where's yours? I got a savior. Where is yours?
You're addressing the video to him. I saved myself. I saved myself from anorexia.
I got a savior. Where's yours? You see what I'm talking about here? The Geek Room can sit there and say, G-Man's a horrible person because G-Man teased so-and-so. Have you teased anybody before? Absolutely, you have. So what does that make you? It makes you a horrible person. Where's your savior? All you're doing is validating the scripture.
See, everything's the same. G-Man says that pedophilia is less worse than lying to someone. All the same shit.
Time you accuse me of being a horrible person.
That was a horrible.
Or you accuse more than
sentence.
one person. Number one, you disprove humanism.
Disproven humanism. Because if you don't kiss his ass 24/7, then you've disproven humanism.
Okay, so I apologize about that. So number one, you guys you disprove humanism. You prove that there are no good people. When you say that horrible people, that I'm a horrible person, then they're horrible too. Those over there are horrible. The students that go to that school over there are horrible because they do the same things.
I am terrible. Look into the camera. Look at it. Sweat.
They do the same things.
No, they don't.
You
Shut
validate
up.
my Bible every time you call me a horrible person. Thank you for reminding me how much more I need Jesus.
You need something. You need help. You need mental help.
Thank you. I thank you. G-Man, you lied. G-Man, you did this, and G-Man, you did that. Well, I guess humanism is wrong. Jesus, please forgive me of my sins. What's your argument for that? You ain't got an argument for that. The Bible says that Jesus said that I am the way, the truth, and the life, and that no man comes to the Father but by me. That's it. God don't exist, but you can't. You
Froze
talk about
up
him
again. T-Mobile potatoes.
You guys claim that God don't exist, but then you're constantly talking about him all the time. He exists and he's real. You just don't like him. You know what I mean? So that's all I pretty much want to say about this, ladies and gents. If you have not seen this from the beginning, I would go back and watch this from the beginning and go get the 2 points about atheists and their psychology and why they do the things that they do, why they're psychotic and sick in the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he doesn't lie. He's acting. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, Javier.
To seriously go watch the beginning of this because I kind of ran after that. You know what? Part two, I'm gonna give you guys a book that I want you guys to get so that you can learn a little bit more about this and you can learn why these people are the way they are. All right, a lot of these people need help and they need positive they need positive reinforcement. I think what I'm gonna start doing with them when I'm in a room and they're starting to put me down, I'm just gonna compliment them because I know these people suffer from extreme low. DLC for Christ, I'm doing great, man. God is treating me very.
He's going to compliment us.
Well. I'm working again. I'm doing well.
I don't want a G-Man compliment. That's
but
weird.
if you talk to Dragnauct, Dragnauct's going to tell you I live in a box. You know what I mean? And
it was obviously hyperbole. Obviously hyperbole.
Brother, you know, the cat and the dog and the, you know what I mean, the mouse and all them other things and whatnot.
Everything and whatnot.
He claims he's related to them, so. You know,
who is DLC for Christ? Like I need to talk to this guy because he seems fun.
Atheists, you need to stop the foolishness. You're getting destroyed on evolution again. You're getting destroyed on morality. And now you're getting destroyed on whether or not God exists again. All right? At some point, you got to start saying to yourself, how long am I going to keep letting Dragnauct make me look like a fool on the internet?
Because I have mind control.
The Geek Room is embarrassing us because all the Geek Room does is do precisely
what
they claim Christians do. They do it literally point by point by point, according to them. See, here's the thing about the Geek Room. The Geek Room can say, oh, Shandy's this. Well, you do the same things.
No, they don't. I'm pretty sure all the people in the Geek Room wash their ass. So no, they don't do the same. Do any of them have OnlyFans? Nope. Are they selling their ass? Well, kind of. Yeah, kind of, a little bit, yeah. But still, no, I don't think they're doing the same. I don't think. I've not seen in any of their backgrounds an automatic fucking spray from Glade to counteract their body funk. Like I've not seen that. I've seen candles, incense, regular stuff for a domicile, not a business Glade wall-mounted sprayer that's timed. Like that's not a thing that I've seen. But you know, whatever.
As a matter of fact, the Geek Room doesn't think there's anything wrong with porn. They watch it all the time.
What? They don't think it. How dare? Are y'all looking at anime titties too? Are y'all looking at buxom beauties? There's nothing wrong with the pornographies?
Sign. You understand what I'm saying? But they want to laugh at somebody on the internet for doing it. Only we Christians have the right to say something about that. You atheist opinions don't mean nothing. It don't
So
mean
why are you
nothing,
responding to my
'cause everything
opinions?
goes in your worldview.
This whole video is you responding to my opinions on Skype. Literally the whole video.
You suffer from that cognitive dissonance. Don't worry, guys. Later on, Dragnauct's going to make a YouTube video. It's going to make you feel a little better and psychologically tell you what your itching ears want to hear.
Psychologically tell you what your itching ears want to hear. Okay, G-Man.
But when you're done listening to that fool, come back to my YouTube channel and watch this again. And then repent of your sins and come to Jesus Christ. Because he's the only person that's got the power to save you. He's the only person that's got the power to save you.
I can't save you from your
All
UTIs.
drag can do is make you laugh for a couple of minutes. If you want eternity and you want your soul, you and your
Well, I can make you gag for a few minutes too, depending on what we're doing. But I mean, there's that.
family to be saved from the wrath of God that is coming to this world, you had better get on your knees and accept Christ as your Savior. Because if
Maybe
you
make
don't,
you
you
walk
deserve
funny
everything
for
you're
a
going
little
to
while.
get. Everything. Everything. You deserve the eternity of torment. You deserve to be separated from God. You
Billy
deserve
has
all of
his
it 'cause you
hidden
asked
all.
for it. You begged for it. And you wanted it.
Beg for it. You wanted it.
Now, go ahead and make your
Wanted
joke
it
video
deep.
and laugh it off and pretend this video was never made. And then pretend like points was
How would
made.
I
And
do
pretend
a
like
video
you actually know what you're talking about.
reviewing it, pretending it
This
doesn't
would be
exist?
this would be used against you in
that
court
didn't
when
make
you're
sense.
standing before Almighty God. And it's time for him to render a verdict. Because you was warned and you mocked it.
Dragnauct, did you make a review video of
It's
one of
not
my
like
saints?
you can just prove any
Yes,
of this.
God. Yes, I did.
You know what I mean?
And I loved it.
So, I hope you guys have a good day. For the saints that are watching this, Miss Henry, I see you're here. DLC for Christ, you're here. For those of you who are Christians and you're watching, let's pray. Let's give God praise. Try to give these atheists a little bit positive reinforcement. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't, they're just going to put you down and put you down and put you down and bring themselves up. And we got to stop that.
He's
We got to
so
start making
sad.
them feel a little bit better about themselves. I'm going to start complimenting Drag when I talk to him to try to
You
make
do
him feel
that.
a little bit better about himself.
What are you gonna tell
Because
me,
these people
G-Man?
suffer from so much low self-esteem. All right, guys. Love her.
G-Man has such a good live, he can't live on his own and not be a burden on others. G-Man is the human leech.
Oh, don't call him that. There are worse people. Trust me, there are other people who are living off of others, not really doing much of nothing, calling them a leech, ironically enough. So G-Man's doing a little bit better than them.
Every last one of you in the Lord, including my enemies, which makes Christianity superior to your wacky worldview. And in closing, soccer count, I noticed that you're watching this. Stop challenging me to debates if you can't meet my criteria for debating me. All right? If you want to debate me on whether or not God exists, $50 in the PayPal.
See?
That's the only way I'm going to waste 5 minutes of my time debating you when you already know he exists.
See?
Freedom.
I am saving my last bullet in case G-porn becomes a thing.
Oh boy.
All right? And if you can't
don't
do that,
you don't want to see. You don't. Come on. G-Man may. You know what? He may pull out the fucking hammer on some chick. You never know. You never know. You never know. People got to even out somewhere, right? You never know. You might put that fucking pipe on her. I've already seen shanty porn. I can't get much worse than that. So fuck it.
and if you can't do that, because Drag keeps
Pull
saying
out
that you
the
can't
pipe.
afford $50, and he can't afford $50. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I can. Like, and I've shown him. It's like, no, I could. Like, if I wanted to, absolutely, I could give you $50. But I'm not going to do that. In fact, I'm probably going to take that money and donate it to MD Anderson Cancer Center, and do it on stream, just to show you that I would rather spend the money elsewhere than on you.
He said, oh, this is the other thing I want to talk about. Drag keeps calling me worthless. I almost forgot about this. I'm not going to wrap this up yet. Hold on a minute.
But it doesn't bother
Drag
him.
called me worthless
It doesn't bother him
on
at all.
Skype. Of course, because of his low self-esteem. Dragnauct is making close to $1,000 a month talking about me on his YouTube channel, but I'm worthless. He's making close to $1,000
So I think he has an actual point there. So if he wasn't worth anything, then how would I garner? And he's actually accurate, by the way. And so I think if that's the point that he's making, that his content, him as a person, isn't worth anything, then how would I be able to like garner that much? I see his point. If that's the point he's making.
illegally on YouTube
It's not illegal.
on me every month. But he's telling me I'm worthless. You know what? I'm sorry. $50 ain't gonna be enough. Saka, if you want to debate me, Saka, $75 in the Cash App. You set up something by 7 o'clock tonight, and I will be on Drag's channel. And this is only for tonight. If you guys want to play your games and act like G-Man ain't worth it and G-Man's dumb and all this other stuff and whatnot, then fine. Stop bothering me in private about debating you, because you ain't getting another chance
message
after
me.
today. GTV, guys.
GTV. Like I don't like. I like how he's it's really interesting, like all the posturing that he does when he's the one that messages me out of nowhere. Like I have to remember to turn on my Skype. I got some weird, like, I guess half a sentence from him posturing about what he's going to do, or you know what he has planned, or some other stupid shit he'll send me randomly. So it's like, come on, man, just stop it, But that's G-Man. That's it. Give him $350. Yeah, he's worth $350. I did tell him that. I said, you know what, man, if you want to come on and like a portion of whatever super chats or whatever you want, 20%, some shit like that, that's fine. I'll do that, you know, because I don't think that that's unreasonable at all. But he's throwing up $50 and $75 in order to avoid having the conversation. And I found that, because I was like, that's such a weird. I'm like, why? I told him, you know what, I'll throw you $10 to show up, and then we can talk about something else later. If you really do want to be compensated for your time, that's fine. No, he said he wants $50, and then same thing he said here is that, oh, you can't afford it. I was like, no, actually I can. I'm very transparent with what I get and what I do with it. So I don't know why you're saying that. And so he kept raising the amount of money in order, and then he said, yeah, I'm doing it because I know you're not going to do it. I said, okay, well, if you just want to say no, but you don't, you want to say no, but you don't want to say no, then that's fine. That's fine. But bro, it's not cute. So anyway, G-Man's running scared. He's being a bitch again. And whoever's watching my stuff, True or Jill, whatever one of you bitches are watching and sending, let him know that I called him a bitch, because he keeps talking about one of y'all running back and telling him. Please don't go run and tell that. Go run and tell him that. Keep asking him if he wants to have a serious discussion with me, or if he'll continue. Oh, I will. No, I'm gonna send him a message on Skype. So on that note, I will catch y'all later. I'm gonna play y'all out and go look at these very distracting videos that I got. And I'm gonna probably go work out later today. So there's that. Where is it? There it is. I see it.
The announcement is this. I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout next Friday. Not today, but next Friday. And that particular Google Hangout will be focused on primarily one thing. I'm asking everyone to bring their own personal rap to this particular Google Hangout.
I'm gonna expose myself on YouTube. I'm gonna make a YouTube video embarrassing myself.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I got to tell you about the fabulous, most groovy
G-Man. You know you're breaking the law right now. I will stomp a mud hole in you, sir.
I am not playing Dragnauct.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say. You got the audacity. I stole $3,000. You got the audacity. You got the audacity. Because you don't got no evidence.
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
So big in this can I be?
My name is G-Man. My name is G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
G-Man.
You got the audacity. You're going to jail. You got the audacity.
My name is G-Man.
You got the audacity. That's all I got to say.
name is G-Man. G-Man. My name is G-Man. G-Man.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey. Come to Jersey City.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Preaching to the Choir Ministry.